Stay out of trouble. I was watching the season 2 of the Blood Sisters, and I got into this, when I got into the scene that had to do with the prison facilities and everything, it gave me very uncomfortable feeling because I have been arrested. I haven't gone to prison, but I've been arrested a couple of times, and I've stayed. I think my last arrest was about 7 days. For those of you that know my story, what really got me was the unsanitary condition of the prisons, and I bet you do not think that is just a movie. Those conditions are very, very unsanitary. Now, when the last time I was arrested, I stayed 7 days. The prison, the cell is very uncomfortable. I think there is something special that they put on the floor that is not regular floor that makes it very uncomfortable to sleep on. The toilet condition is bad. No matter how many you guys are, you all are going to be using one toilet, one bathroom, usually very small and usually very irritating. I remember when I first got in, the first day, the first 2 days, every one of us in that cell, I think we were about 15 or 17, there about 13, 15, 17, had to use one soap. Imagine 15 females, strangers, from different places. You don't know the sicknesses or the diseases that people are carrying, and everybody has to use one soap on your body, on your face, on your private. You can imagine how disgusting that can be. That is why you see a lot of people who go to prison and come and they have a lot of skin irritations or skin problem or health issues. Now, bringing it back to what I want to say here, avoid trouble. As much as you can, avoid trouble. When trouble is in the front, be at the back. It is not every situation that we have to express our anger. If you can leave it, leave the matter. Let them call you a fool, no problem. Did you see the unsanitary condition of that place? And I'm so happy that they used a real prison. It was so unsanitary. They were sleeping on the floor. You can see where they were bathing or where they were, shitting and stuff like that. It was disgusting. Now, these are one of the things that I teach in my manager's class, and I also tell business owners, especially in my manager's class. On the third week of my manager's class, I usually take my time. Usually, I don't record that call to explain my experience, to narrate my story, so that they can also be very careful. Over the course of my manager's class, I chip in here and there my experiences to get them to understand why I want them to do certain things, to get them to understand why processes must be followed, why policies must be established, why compliance must not be joked with, why evaluation has to happen, why monitoring has to take place. And usually when I tell that story, I can see the chills that they feel. I tell them the importance of control systems, and I tell them very categorically that if their boss tells me that they stole and they have evidence that they stole, I will tell their bosses to get them arrested. I also tell business owners these are the reasons why you should not joke with control measures, control tools, documentation, because if it was not documented, it did not happen. If you do not have internal control measures, how do you prosecute a person? Where is your proof? If you have no proof, you have nothing. And also tell business owners, don't assume that because you are wealthy, your staff is quote and unquote limited, that you think that they will not have connection. Because no matter how wealthy you are, no matter how connected you are, there's somebody who has more money than you, there's somebody who has more connections than you. You might be driving a G-Wagon and have an issue with somebody who is trekking. The biggest mistake you will make, which I have seen over time, is to think that that person who is trekking does not know anybody. Then saying that when you jam madman, you can say madman get family. The essence of this is stay away from trouble. There's a gathering of fights. Please flee from that place. It is not a film for you to watch. People are doing whatever it is. Turn your car and drive away. Avoid trouble. Being at the wrong place at the wrong time can land you in serious problem. And then for those people who are keypad warriors, defamation is a jailable offense. If you want to imagine what jail is, take a very good look at that movie and see the unsanitary conditions of that place. Sometimes it is even worse than that. I hope this helps. Have a lovely day. God bless you.